Namaskaram. Welcome to yet another episode of Pillaiandadi Series. Let's straight away dive into the meaning of Pasuram number 15. So the Pasuram 15 goes as Unnarul Nandri Yenakkoru Natrunai Inmayinal என் இரு வல்வினை நீயே விலக்கி இதம் கருதி மன்னிய நல் திருமந்திரம் ஓதும் பொருள் நிலையே பொன் அருளால் அருளாய் புகழ் தூப்புல் குலவிளக்கே. So here we continue our one-on-one conversation with Swami Desika. And just as a quick recap, in the previous Pasuram, we said that you have to grace your compassion on us and do not limit it by looking at my capabilities, but you do based on unpadiye arulai, based on your natural self character, which is overflowing with compassion. So please bless me with your compassionate heart. That was the summary of the previous Pasuram. And here we are taking it one step further. And we are saying that I'm incapable of taking any decisions. I don't know what is good, what is bad for me. What is hita? Hita here means what is good for me as a jivatma, right? Now, if I'm interested in having something, let's say in the next 5 minutes, I want to have something, my mind would say, let's have an ice cream. But then what would be good for me could be a salad. A salad could do good for me, whereas my mind would constantly be telling me, have an ice cream. And that might not do good for me. So Hita in this situation would be opting for a salad over an ice cream. It's so easy when we're thinking of it from a bodily aspect. But then from a Jivatma perspective, there are so many layers to this. And what is good for the Jivatma is what is being told here as Hita. What is good for me as a Jivatma, I give the decision-making ability to you as well, Swami Desikare, because I need to understand the meaning of Tirumantra. Tirumantra is the Ashtakshara mantra that we do japam every day. And for me to understand the deep meaning of the Ashtakshara and to live a life based on what is required out of me as a Jivatma, as illustrated in the Tirumantra. So this is the high-level summary of this particular Pasuram. So let's look at the word-by-word meaning of this. Un arul andri, without your grace or without your good counsel, எனக்கொரு நற்றுணை இன்மையினால், எனக்கொரு நற்றுணை இன்மையினால், I do not have any other good counsel or a good companion other than your grace. என் இரு வல்வினை நீயே விலக்கி, என் my iru, they're talking about two. Valvinai. Valvinai means strong karmas. Niye vilaki, you have to eliminate my two kinds of strong karmas. Now, what are these two kinds of strong karmas? They're talking about punya and papa over here. Now, we might be surprising how is punya also categorized as a strong karma over here, which is stopping me from attaining the transcendental. So let's look at a story. In Vrindavan, there was this, one of the Gopikas, her name was Chintayanti. And in fact, we also call Nammalvar as someone who is also Chintayanti, right? So there was this Gopika Stri called Chintayanti. And one particular evening when Krishna was when he was playing his flute so beautifully, and that was a call for all the Gopikas to come and arrive at the location where he was playing the flute for a wonderful Rasa Leela that evening. Chintayanti was doing her household chores. And as she heard the flute sound of Krishna, she ran to the threshold of the house and she saw all her in-laws and all her relatives sitting over there. And it was Dwapara Yugam, and they were very conservative. So the in-laws immediately told, where are you even trying to step out of the house after the sun has set? So what are you doing here at the threshold? Go do your household chores. So Chintayanti's heart longed for Krishna's association, but at the same time, she was not allowed to go. So it is said that her punyas were immediately dissolved because of Krishna's flute sound, and she got so much happiness out of it. And all her papas were dissolved because she went through so much of pain that she couldn't be in association with Krishna. At the same time, she enjoyed the flute sound of Krishna, which got rid of her punyas, and she could not bear the separation from Krishna, which dissolved her papas. And immediately she was able to leave her material body and attain Krishna immediately. So this is just an example to say that both our punyas and papas are like a bronze, an iron cage and a golden cage that is holding us back in this samsara. It is not the way how we look at it in the day-to-day world, like I wish I had accumulated a lot of punya. No, our punya also hold us back in this material world. So we don't have to have any attachment towards punya as well. And um, it is equally a cage as a papa, right? So, yen iru valvinai niye vilaki, by yourself dispelling both my strong karmas of punya and papa. Idam kardi, thinking about my best interest. Here, the best interest is hita, as we learned at the beginning of this video. Idam kardi means only you, Swami Desika, know what is good for me and what is in best interest for me. Manniya nal tirumandiram odum porul nilaye. Give me the state of mind which is essentially connotated by the well-established supreme Tirumantram, the Ashtakshara Mantram, right? So we are asking Swami Desikan to give us the state of mind where we understand the essence of the Ashtakshara mantra. We will go through this at a high level, but these are Rahasya Trayas are not to be disclosed in sadas or in public. So this is something that will have to be learnt in only a kalakshepam at the lotus feet of an acharya. But we will try to understand at a high level what does the Tirumantaram say, right? And Pon Arulai, by your glorious and benign compassion, kindly grace me. Pugal Tupul Kulavilake, O one who is praised as the noble lamp of Tupul, please, give me the ability to understand my Swarupa Jnana, my Upaya Jnana, and the Purushartha Jnana by understanding the Tirumantiram or the Ashtakshara mantra. Let me understand the meaning of that and let me get into a state of mind where I'm able to practice the meaning that I have learned out of this. And I'm incapable of deciding what is right and what is wrong for me, what is hita for me. And therefore, I entrust upon you the ability to grace me in such a way that you allow me to take the right decisions by understanding the right state of mind, which is governed by the deep meaning that is rested in Ashtakshara mantra, right? So at a high level, let's look at what is the Ashtakshara mantra really talking about. So it deeply covers three main aspects: the Swarupa Nishta, the Upaya Nishta, and the Purushartha Nishta. Now, Swarupa Nishta is about looking internally within ourselves. When I say I, whom am I talking about? It is about the Jivatma. It is not the mind or the body, but it is about the Jivatma. And what is the quality of this Jivatma? This Jivatma is completely subservient to the Lord, Sriman Narayana, and he is utterly helpless in this material world. His good is possible only from the good of the Lord. So this understanding of Swarupa is essential for us to understand the Jivatma Swarupa. Next is the Upaya Nishta. It is for us to understand and have this Mahavishwasa and unshakable faith in the Upaya that is Ishvara himself. Ishvara here is Sriman Narayana. He is the only protector for us, and therefore I should not have any fear or anxiety. And even if I'm confronted with any situation that causes fear, with Mahavishwasa that he will be my protector and he will take me through all of these difficulties, and he is the universal savior. This Mahavishwasa is called as the Upaya Nishta. Next is Purushartha Nishta. It is often told in our Sampradaya that there is Parabhakti, Parajnana, and Paramabhakti. All our Arvars and Acharyas were at the highest level of bhakti, where they couldn't, survive the distance from the Lord, and therefore they were at the highest level of bhakti. So Purushartha Nishta is being steadfast in the supreme object of life, which is the Lord himself. And we will have to have an intense yearning for attaining this supreme object of our life, and bitterly cry out for the same without being able to withstand that separation from him. So having these three nishta, Swarupa Nishta, Upaya Nishta, and Purushartha Nishta, is deeply embedded within the Rahasya Traya. And we particularly are requesting Swami Desikan to give us this understanding of, firstly, who am I as a Jivatma? And for me to understand that I am neither this body nor the mind, and I am this eternal Jivatma who is always subservient. The nature of the Jivatma is to be subservient to the Lord and to the followers of the Lord, right? To Bhagavate Seshatvam and Bhagavat Seshatvam. Both of this is extremely important for a Jivatma. And for me to develop a state of mind where this concept and this understanding of a Jivatma, Swarupa, Upaya, and Param, all of this Nishta does not leave me. So I should have the Swarupa Nishta to understand that I'm always subservient to him. I am not independent. I'm not here to enjoy. I am not the enjoyer of everything that I am doing, but the Lord is the ultimate enjoyer of everything that I am doing. Having that Mahavishwasa, which is the Upaya Nishta, and finally longing for that final Purushartha being moksha, which will dispel this separation that we are having between the Paramatma and the Jivatma, and have that Purushartha Nishta as well. So a quick high-level summary of this Pasuram once again is, "O Swami, you are the famous lamp of knowledge of the Tupul clan. I have no other refuge except your unconditional compassion. I am not even worthy of deciding what is good for me. So kindly decide for me that which is my best interest. Please grace me by destroying my karmas, which include both the punya and the papa, the merits and the sins. Please grace me that I attain a stable state of mind that is described in the Tirumantra, the Swarupa Nishta, the Upaya Nishta, and the Purushartha Nishta." Now, Tirumangai Alvar also in his Pasuram says a very similar kind of a statement. He says, "Thai ninainda kandre yokka." So, Thai ninainda kandre yokka means akin to the oblivious calf that is remembered fondly and nourished by the mother cow. Similarly, I am here absolutely at the refuge of you, Swami Desikan. And I am like that calf who does not know what is good and what is bad for me. And therefore, I am completely at your mercy. And I am pleading for you to have that vatsalya of a mother cow that remembers fondly and nourishes the calf, just like how Tirumangai Alvar has told. May we also, after listening to this Pasuram, be enabled with an Acharya who will give us the knowledge of the Tirumantra, and may the Lord and Swami Desikan give us the state of mind so that we are able to understand the Jivatma Swarupa, and also not lead this life as though we were an independent soul, and not lead it for our own enjoyment, but lead every moment for the enjoyment of the Divya Dampati and our Acharyas. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha, Dhanyosmi.